Hey, hello everyone. This is Dag Peak. I'm the Chief Product Officer here at Alianza. And what I'm going to do here is give you an example of how we're going to be able to use AI to provide our customers just really amazing and powerful insights about their calls that go over our platform. So I've got two things here. So basically what I did is that I went into ChatGPT and I first built a database of hypothetical support calls. And then I also built a ChatGPT interface that I can use to ask questions about the data associated with those calls. And so what you're seeing here at the start of this are some of the key elements in my database that I can ask questions about. So let's see how this works. I'm going to pretend to be a manager of this support center. And I'm going to ask a bunch of questions about the calls. So let's do this. So very first thing, I did give this this bot a name of ACA. So let's ask it to explain its name. So please explain your name. What does ACA stand for? All right. Good. ACA stands for Alianza Call Analyzer. Exactly. Okay, so let's start asking it some real questions like how many calls are in your database? 234,000 calls over what time period? Okay, so I got 234,000 calls from July 2023 to December 31st, 2023. What's the average duration of all calls? 7 minutes. All right. What day is busiest? Mondays. What day is least busy? Okay, well, those are some easy questions. Let's start asking some more interesting questions. So how about call resolution status? What's the most frequent call resolution status for all calls? Okay, resolved. That's good. I'm glad that we're resolving most calls. What's the least frequent resolution status? Okay, well that's good too. So I'm resolving most calls. Some calls are escalated. What percentage of calls get escalated? Okay, pretty good. Is that trending up or down over the course of the last 6 months? Am I getting better or worse at this? Slight downward trend. Okay, good news. Let's ask a couple more questions, but you see the power of this. Like what I did not have to do is to create some like reporting interface with charts and graphs and whatever, right? I don't know what questions somebody wants to ask about the data. So I don't really know exactly which reports I should be generating and building, etc. So this notion of a chat interface into data like this is very, very powerful. So let's do this. What percentage of calls end with a positive sentiment? Ooh, only 60%. Interesting. So let's do that same thing with negative sentiment. Interesting. 25% of the calls are ending with a negative sentiment. So let's start drilling down into like the who is providing kind of the best service and the worst service. So which support rep has the most positive sentiment at the end of calls? So who's doing the best in keeping my customers happy? Emily. Okay, that's good. I like Emily. I don't know her that well, but I guess she's doing great. But now let's ask the final question. You know, which of my customer service reps are providing the worst phone? Let's ask that question. Which support rep has the most negative sentiment at the end of calls. Uh-oh. It's Cleetus. I've always had questions about this guy, but now I know that he is indeed the guy that is giving the worst phone. So that's what we've got. This is the sort of thing that Alianza is going to be building for calls, for meetings, for chat, all the various communications modes, using the power of AWS AI capabilities, initially probably front-ended with a chat GPT style interface to give our end customers, right, the businesses buying the service from the service provider and the service providers and Alianza, access to this just amazingly rich trove of data that we can be capturing for these calls. Yeah, I tell you, this is just some amazing stuff, and I am super, super stoked to be able to think about actually bringing this to fruition here at Alianza. So yeah, let's go do this thing.